What's the best way to get off and on your bike when you're stiff and sore, or if you've got tight arthritic hips like myself? I'm Adrian Beret from Podium Physio. So I was told by an orthopedic surgeon when I was in my mid-40s that I'd be a candidate for bilateral hip replacements due to the osteoarthritis that I've got in both hips. That was severely, and still is severely, limiting my range of motion and giving me a fair bit of discomfort. I've decided not to go ahead with the hip replacements, but instead try and manage the condition with stretching and strengthening exercises and changing the way that I do things. So bike riding's actually been pretty good for me because I can exercise my hip in a sort of middle range of motion and it keeps me strong. But getting off and on the bike has always been difficult for me, and I've looked for strategies to do it a bit more easily. The traditional method for getting onto a bike, where you just stand alongside it, lift your leg over the saddle, I just have no hope of doing that anymore. The first different strategy that I tried to get on a bike more easily was to do a real long forward lean, kick one leg up behind, and then twist and pivot to get over the saddle. Now the main reason I can do that is I still have quite flexible hamstrings. It does require a lot of forward leaning, and you've got to be careful you don't kick the person behind you. To get off the bike, same thing, long lean forwards, helps if you push the bike a little bit backwards at the same time. So I used that technique for a while, but then I found something that worked a little bit better. So in this scenario, end up tipping the bike towards me and then sending one leg over. You want to start with the bike about 60 centimeters, 2 feet away from you. And as you lower the bike towards you, you actually want to let go of the saddle, send the leg over, and then reach behind to grab the saddle again. And that way you can pull the bike underneath you just to make it a little bit easier. To get off, you can't quite slide the bike away from you as easily as you can slide it towards you, so you'll end up lifting it. Again, step a little bit away, take your weight off, push that saddle away from you, then send it through underneath the leg. But this third idea, which I've only seen recently and it's quickly becoming my new favourite, looks like this. Tip the bike up, grab the rear brake, walk over. Now, depending on exactly how high your saddle is, you may need to come up onto your tippy toes a little bit, or just tip the bike a little bit further that way to lower the saddle. There is a bit of potential there for you to get a poke, but fortunately you're wearing a chamois. You want to make sure that you keep your feet a little bit apart so you don't cop a pedal in the shin or the calf muscle. And then when you want to get off the bike, same thing in reverse. Roll the bike forwards and then bring it back to the side. Easy peasy. If this video has changed your life, give it a like, share it with your cycling buddies that might have hip problems, and subscribe to my channel for more outrageously awesome content.